I just want to give a few instructions for those of you who lecture and do the prayers of the people, now that we have our newly improved sound system. All of the microphones are much more active, and they do a much better job of picking up on the sound of our voice. And so you're going to need to adjust things. Up until now, with the old system, you have had to really lean in and speak about this close to the microphone in order to be heard. Now you don't need to do that, and actually if you do that and you make certain sound like, it's going to have a popping sound through the speaker. When you are lecturing, you want to be about this far back from the microphone. You want to be about a foot or so away from the head of the microphone, and then if you puh, 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 it doesn't make that popping sound. So the microphone will work best if you're standing back about 12 inches. If you project well and stand back about 12 inches from the microphone itself, you'll notice that if I get too close, you get that sound. If you're back here, that doesn't come through. So you still want to project. So you can tell now how I'm talking, and I'm just using a conversational tone. Thus says the Lord, sing aloud with gladness for Jacob, and raise shouts for the chief of the nations. Proclaim, give praise. You know, it's not enough to really be heard. It also doesn't allow you to express what you're trying to express by proclaiming the reading. You're not just reading words, but you are interpreting the text by how you project, how you speak, sometimes more softly and sometimes with more emphasis in order to make the point. So I encourage you to practice. You can come early and practice when the microphone is on. The first thing that I would say is before you're going to lecture, set the height of the microphone so that you don't have to come up. You have to do that before you're actually doing the reading. And when you do that, don't touch the head of the mic. Everybody wants to grab this, and you hear now what happens when you grab this. It makes a startling sound. So you want to grab the mic by the stem, and then you can move it without it making any sounds. Get it to about this level so that when you're looking down at the printed text, you're looking kind of through that microphone. It's right in front of you there. And then about a foot back to give you that, then I touched it, to give you that important distance, you want to lecture, proclaim the reading expressively by projecting your voice. Thus says the Lord, sing aloud with gladness for Jacob, and raise shouts for the chief of the nations. Proclaim, give praise, and say, Save, O Lord, your people, the remnant of Israel. So you hear how that projecting that sentiment really comes through. Then you can speak more softly, but still projecting. See, I am going to bring them from the land of the north and gather them from the farthest parts of the earth. Among them the blind and the lame, those with child and those in neighbor, together a great company. So you're able to do that and really expressively read the reading and have all of those sounds, the stronger sounds and the quieter sounds, picked up, because you're always projecting. You're just projecting in different ways. So I think that's about it. Certainly come and try it out on the times that you're scheduled to lecture. Come a little early and give it a try. Now, the really nice thing is you are able to hear yourself coming through. So if you're listening as you're projecting, you can really hear that your sound is, your voice is filling the room, and that's the best thing. And I do appreciate your ministry. It is a really important ministry, and I thank you for taking the time to view this so that your lecturing is just as good as it can possibly be. Thanks much.